Yo, what's up? I'm here back with another morning workout. Today is my back day. Um, just gonna have a few deadlifts and probably some bent over rows. Yeah. Well, today I just want to have a quick word on mostly letting go. It's just something that I don't know, it's something that I was thinking about like last night. Like you get to that point where you hear people say it all the time when you listen to people, mostly about improving yourself and doing better. You always talking about letting go of your old self so that you can let the new grow in. And it sounds great when you're hearing it in context, but when it comes time for you to apply it, it just feel pretty different. Like I know I've been lately I've been trying to wonder like why like some of the old feelings like I used to have like come back, or some old habits or something to try to rear their heads up. And you realize that that's exactly the point that they're talking about. Is you gotta just the same way as I was saying, like awareness presents two paths for you. You can continue growing and being disciplined and staying consistent, or you can realize you can take that lesser path where you realize you have potential and you can be greater and do more, but you kind of fall into that level of being safe where you were performing. Like you basically just get back into the loop of what you were doing before, and eventually you want to get to that point where you'll get to that point where you want to either push yourself to do more or just stay in that loop of where you were before. Well, it's kind of like the same thing when it comes to letting go. Um, you can continue down this path that you got something, and I'll say that level of comfort, that comfort zone, I guess, where you're kind of breaking, or kind of how it came to me, kind of, I guess it felt like you're kind of getting towards that point where you're kind of breaking it, where it feels like you don't know where to go, but you do know where to go because you've been doing it. You've been pretty much being in the mindset of the person that you aspire to be, who does more and can do more to help other people. And you have like these old ideas and habits and these things, old feelings that try to come back and feel like you're not enough or you lack something, or things such as that. And basically, you realize that it's time to let it go. Um, I wrote down a lot of just things and ideas that I had, and then I was like, like I couldn't figure out what was going on, and then I saw like one of these I was looking through like some of the old things that I wrote down, and I was saying like, it said like, you got to let go of who you used to be who you are, who you truly want to be. So, and then it pretty much kind of clicked for me then, and it was like, okay, it's like, I got to let go of like some of these old things that are trying to rear their heads up, because basically is all it's trying to do is protect you, you know. It's not a bad thing or a good thing. It's part of who you are, and it's trying to protect you because it was your way of surviving before. No, before you decided to undo and establish new ways of thinking and going about doing things. Those thoughts just existed just to try to protect you and keep you from being hurt. Just a method of survival. But you no longer need those thoughts because of what you're doing now and what you're aspiring to now and what you're working towards now. It will only hinder you towards getting towards your goals. So so that's where I'm kind of like in the process of doing right now. Just letting go of older thoughts and habits and feelings and emotions. Because I went back and I did the thoughts because I know I did the work on these certain emotions and things. But now it comes the time to apply it. So the same way awareness will present itself at different points in your journey, and you have to slow yourself down and figure out what's going on and make those decisions that you have to make to proceed forward, or how you wish to proceed when it's time for you to make those decisions. Well, the same thing happens when it comes to letting go. It'll come at you when it's time to come at you. Like, yeah, we can force ourselves to be disciplined and be consistent with the new actions that we're taking, and that's also a form of letting things go so that you can establish new ways of thinking, new ways of operating, and new ways of just getting yourself to be a better person. But the mental part will always come as well. That's why I say when it comes to the weight loss journey, it's a two-part journey. It's never just something physical when it comes to the exercising and things you do, but also the mental part as well. The mental part is where it's won. The mental part will always be that place where you basically do the work that kind of like it is where you're building the building. Like the physical work and some of the mental work will lay the foundation, but then you have to do that mental work to just get that building constructed of, this is who you are now. And it's kind of like that catapult to launch you over to being that person that you need to be, ultimately need to be to succeed at what you're doing. Um, yeah. But basically, that's all I just wanted to check in and say. Like when it comes to time to let things go, don't you know it's gonna feel like that point of where it's not self sabotage in the way that it used to feel, where you just cut yourself off from opportunities. It's that entire balance of but it's kind of that battle of you kind of going from this point of like you're on the right path, you're doing the right things, you're putting in the work, and you're looking for more ways to contribute and more ways to push yourself to be better. And there's this other part of you that's basically trying to protect you and kind of pull you back and say, like you're doing just enough, or just go back to doing this, or you're getting too far away from being yourself or who you used to be. Don't be afraid to step forward. You committed to this journey. You started this journey to say you want to become a better person. You're on the pathway of doing it. And this, in this form of coming time to let things go and old habits and old minds trying to come back is just a way of it trying to protect you. That's all they're trying to do. But you can tell that voice that it's okay, and this is something that you have to do to step forward and keep forging ahead. I believe in you. I know that deep down in yourself that you believe in you. You know you can do this. So stick to it. All right. I just want to come in with a quick word. Peace.